Man, this song is just jamming today, ain't it? Love it. Gotta turn it down a little bit though, because I gotta talk over it, and that's never fun. Hi everybody, I'm Jackie, and you have came into my dungeon, unfortunately. I'm giving the people that are on the other side of the paywall, or the ad break, a little bit of time before, I spring my ultimate trap. That, and I gotta fix a few things in post, and I've been lazy all day. I've been jacking. What kind of dungeon? Shadow, you should know what kind of dungeon it is. It's the evil malicious kind. It was something I needed to do, and I forgot what it was because Twitch keeps turning it on, and I don't want it on. I don't remember what it was. That's some. Maybe it wasn't this. Nope. Oh well, I'll take care of it later. I'm going to start allowing non-people to, like, start, talking. Anyways. Well, non. Whatever Twitch calls that. Anyways. Hi, I'm Jackie, and yeah, the title of the stream kind of sums up how I'm feeling right now. Why am I doing this? Yeah. Because some lunatic nobody wants to do this. Right. Let me adjust the model a little bit, because the wings take a lot out of this. That is one thing I prefer with OBS over Meld, is I don't have to do this quite so weirdly. But as far as Meld's control surfaces go, I love it. It's a great app. But yes, welcome to my dungeon. Welcome to my hellhole. Welcome to whatever you want to call it. The music's mostly here for me, not you. But that being said, I don't think Happy Chiptune's going to quite fit my mood when I'm reading this. I think it's going to have to be a little bit of a, well, how I'm going to actually feel. And hopefully this time it doesn't. I'm about to say, of course it breaks. The sign on the dungeon said free Oreos. Hey, 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 hey. When we have them, we have them, okay? You just came in at a bad time. So, today we're going to be talking about something I haven't really read over. I have skimmed through as fast as I could because, well, this is about as hard of a read as actually listening to Navarra, a German VTuber that sounds like Klaus. You know that one? Yeah, it's about like watching her. It's hard. And I know I have the voice that puts people to sleep, and I should really, really watch what I say on the internet, but, it wouldn't be me if I watched what I say on the internet. I'm just getting some crunchy groups today, man. I know, I know. Wait, hold on. First, I gotta introduce it. First, I gotta introduce this. I'm going to be fair. This is the Queer Crimson Diaries. over on Substack. If you really want to know what they are about, well, they write stuff. They mostly seem to repost stuff. 100 subs. Apparently, they have 100 subs. Apparently, they talk about politics. Right. They have about 100 subscribers. I am proud of them for having about 100 subscribers. And they have other articles, and I have already forgot how to use this stupid website, you know? Is it this one I need to do? No. That's not the one I need to do. Look, moral of the story, I don't know how to use Substack. I'm sorry, I'm a terrible person. But they have a few articles, mostly delving into the politics around trans acceptance. God, I don't hate. I hate this line of work sometimes. Who was that one I clicked? Yeah. See, the most popular, Sarah McBride's a coward, the HHS is trying to take HRT. If you look, it is overwhelmingly LGBT topics. So this should tell you the kind of person we're dealing with. And a lot of it's trans. A lot of it has to do with trans people. So I'm expecting Shakespeare. You know, I'm expecting fucking Shakespeare. I don't know if I want to get Shakespeare, but I'm expecting Shakespeare. I highly doubt I'm going to get Shakespeare. Look, Substack's hard, okay? And don't worry, the multi-chat stuff will work better one day. I will have it fixed one day. I will not be an idiot. But anyways, this article is titled How Two Trans Creators Were Harassed by Right-Wing Losers. Right, opportune time to say it, or to do the Dio joke. Good job, Shadow. I'm proud of you, buddy. I'm proud of you. Plus 4 internets. 4 whole internets. In recent days, transphobia has reared its ugly head in relation to some of Twitch's biggest creators. I'm not going to say who I'm talking about here, obviously. Also, fun fact, Jackie Fatbags, you have made me in the top 10% of Twitch streamers. I'm proud of you. I know, this wasn't what I normally cover. Bullshit, this is the kind of shit you cover all the time. But I thought more people needed to hear about what's happening over there since it's depressing and how many more people aren't speaking about this. Dude, dude, I literally have entire Discord threads on 4 different Discords, and only one of those is a drama Discord. That is how many people are talking about this. And I'm assuming, dude is ambigender to me. Go screw yourself if you think otherwise. Like, it's ambigender. You all know Twitch, right? The big well, they had hate-fueled tirade from 2 right-wing creators, a VTuber named Kershi Varstal and Asmon Gold. They both harassed 2 trans creators, a journal named Anna Valens. I am trying so hard not to say anal violence. I'm going to be honest with you, I am trying. Chat, I promise I'm trying, okay? I promise, I'm trying. Of course. There was supposed to be no words in that playlist. Looks like we're stuck with chiptune. And a trans VTuber named Nara, with Kershey and her fans harassing Anna to the point of making her take an indefinite leave from Blue Sky, which is over with. I can't exactly access my Blue Sky from this computer though. Simply calling for Kershey out on her racist and bigoted beliefs. Yeah, yeah, isn't it fun? Isn't it fun? It's great, isn't it? Apparently, people were called out for being wrong, and they didn't like it. That's what it sounds like to me, anyway. Out of everything I've read both sides of the arguments here, and I'm going to be honest with you. It actually ends up being more of they touch the poo. You know what you don't touch? You don't touch the poo. You never touch the poo. I mean, these people just obviously don't learn. It's like content warning. I'm going to warn you guys. This is a little bit triggering for my left leaning audience, you know. If you like Hasana Bibi, you're probably in the wrong place anyway because you have a trash talking tranny, not Hasana Bibi. And if you like Vosh, well, you're definitely in the wrong place. The things that will be covered in this are going to be just a bit disturbing, incredibly transphobic. If this article isn't going to be your cup of tea, go read some of my other articles for a more lighter mood. Hold on a second. A lighter mood. Other articles. A lighter mood. Fuck. I already forgot how you do this. Is it this? No. I don't remember how to do this. I might be dumb. Oh, let's click up here. Anyways, back to the skit. Hold on. Other articles, a lighter mood. Other articles, a lighter mood. No, it seems to be the same kind of mood that you have both ways, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Both ways. Which way, Western man? Anyways, with that out of the way, let's start. It all begins with Vice Waypoint journalist Anna Violence. I am so trying not to say anal violence. She covers things mostly relating to pop culture, mainly queer and trans representation in gaming. Oh, by the way, she shares her fetishes publicly and was ridiculed for that too. Let's not forget that little tidbit of information, right? I mean, I don't share mine publicly. For reasons. Mostly raisins. But reasons. Okay, cool. That works a little better for me. But yeah, no, I don't get this. On the 21st of April, she wrote an article entitled, This is Why GamerSup's VTuber Pushing the Great Replacement? Or why is this going into detail about the foxy fucker known as Kershey von Stahl. And it details, among other things, Kershey is incredibly transphobic, saying that trans women are autogynephilic males with power-hungry threats and graphic murder fantasies. sprouts the Great Replacement theory, saying that there was a hostile democratic takeover happening here in the States and across the pond in the UK, while railing against the creation of a mosque in England. Dear God, I have struck the worst possible writer in the world. And it kind of amazes me because the evidence here is this idiot. For those of you who don't know, the evidence is literally a screen cap of Bent, former Nanji sister, in they them. Literally, Kershey has now explicitly stated her belief in white supremacist great replacement theory. Here she is openly stating her belief that politicians in the US and UK are assisting in a hostile democratic takeover while ranting about the constitution of or construction of mosque in England. Which way, Western man? I'm in the UK. There are no air quotes around the democratic takeover here. Right? I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny to me because it's like this right here. Anybody that's been following politics for as long as Jackie has, and I have been following politics for a while, understand that he just kind of double spoke right there. And most people wouldn't take it as more than that, but I'm going to explain this to you. She is openly saying that belief in politicians in the US and UK are assisted in a hostile democratic takeover. Meanwhile, ranting about the construction of mosque in England. Let's think about that for a minute. Who are the English importing? Who are the boat people? Well, they're mostly Muslim. And I'm not saying anything bad about Muslim. If that is your religion, that is your religion, and you're free to worship whatever Muslims worship it. I'm not a religious scholar, I'm sorry. But at the same time, these are the people that are. Wow. I've got to fix my ads again. Damn you, Twitch. Damn you, Twitch. I looked up and I just realized I was on an ad break, guys. Kind of sucks because I haven't been going that long, have I? I haven't been waffling on that long, have I? You know, it'd be cool if they let me see the ads. I want to know who's playing on my fucking stream, you know? I had an ad last night that looked like AI slop. Yeah, well, it was probably AI slop. I get ads. I'm an affiliate. I don't really get to change my ads. Just right now, Twitch is my main because it's the only one that, well, it's one of 3 that I can make money off of. Anyways, hi, I'm back. Sorry about the ad break. Before we were so rudely interrupted by money. We were talking about how this is doublespeak. She openly stated her belief in politicians in the US and UK assisting in a hostile democratic takeover and about the construction of mosque in England. The mosque that she was talking about was a very cultural, or very much a political thing. I remember that. It was everywhere. It was very political. And it was around the time that everybody in England was talking about the Bow people. I really don't care if you're Muslim, but the majority of Bow people tend to be Muslim and kind of brown. I don't know why. I've been asking these questions for a very long time, like Alex Jones. There's more evidence I could show, but I'm pretty sure that you all get the point here. Kershey is a bigoted, transphobic, racist fucker. And after Anna's initial article, she went fucking feral. Okay, so your evidence is literally a tweet by somebody that most people in the VTubing community disregard as a idiot who contradicts themselves constantly, is known for their drama and their two-facery, their backstabbing, and starting mass campaigns to have people harassed. Gotcha. She pushed the harassment campaign that Anna started getting into overdrive. People sent death threats to Anna, including shots of a rope implying that she should kill herself. Kershey read some of Anna's adult work on stream, and among other things, she published a pile of fucking white plagues victim. Okay, first off, as a content creator myself, please do not attack anybody on my behalf. I do not want you to attack people. If you are watching my stream and you attack somebody, I will personally find you and slap you. We do not attack people. That is bad. That is really, really, really bad. We don't threaten people's lives. We're very much everybody should live happily kind of channel. Totally. I've never threatened anybody. Those videos do not exist. And as for reading Anna's adult work on, yeah, I got you. Because she got punished for that. I can't control my audience. I don't think Kershey can control hers. And I have heard multiple times her ask her audience not to attack people that she talks about. I've actually sat in on her streams. I don't think these people have. This is exactly what happened a decade ago. This is exactly what happened to Cabrutus. Yep. And believe it or not, it's happened to a lot of people. When you disagree with them and they do this shit to you. Don't know why. They won't order more influential creators to read their lies and believe them so that most creators participate in my life ruination. No. Yeah, they want you off the internet because, well, you're evil. You don't fit the mold of what they're allowing on the internet. It's literally them gatekeeping. They're trying to gatekeep a community that they have no control over because of independence. Like myself, I'm an independent. Mostly because I'm too crazy to be signed by any freaking studio beyond my own. Anna Valens threw the first stone. Yeah, she did. She really did. Although, technically, Nervaris threw the first stone. Anna Valens went after me. Went after my sponsors. Yeah. Her and her community did. Took me out of context. Yeah, well, a lot of people do that. And applied their own thoughts and statements I have made, claiming it was my beliefs. I was and still facing a hate campaign perpetrated by power-hungry ideologues with corporate backing, whose only goal is to rife ruination on part of me. Don't let them rewrite history and lie the way they always do. And what she's talking about is quoted in this tweet, is even though even those who disagree with their defenders hardly respond effectively. Who is documented on the rise of extreme right-wing groups in VTubing, is still facing planned hate campaign instead of support. She is viewed as an outsider, a jealous journalist, or simply dismissed as a popular figures. This is the saddest attempts of victim blaming I have ever seen in my life. This is the saddest attempt of Sorry, I'm having problems with my roommates not understanding schedules. The saddest attempt at blaming Vic I've ever seen in my life. Like crying foul because someone called you out on your bigoted bullshit and blaming them and saying that she was a corporate bag. You know, I've seen the clips. I do think Kershey has a small prejudice towards trans people. But when I look at other trans people, especially the popular ones, do you think I don't understand? Because I completely understand why. I completely understand why. But again, your proof is literally her saying what's going on and literally a creep in the VTubing community. Oh god. Then Anna responds to Kershey very reporting. Kershey, your friends have been telling me to 41% all weekend, and I know they're your fans because the death threats ramped up after you lost your partnership with Crime Boss. In all my years of as a journalist, I have never seen the subject of one of my pieces behave so inappropriately and unprofessionally with their platform. Your community is completely out of control. They spent an entire weekend destroying the Steam discussion page for the game you used to work with, and they keep sending me suggestions to buy a rope and hang myself. Overthrown. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. You can't really control the entirety of your community. I understand that a lot of people have this weird thing that I. Oh yeah, no, I'm aware of the crime boss thing, but I'm saying like you cause somebody to get canceled. There's a lot of people that view Kershey as their Oshi that's not on Discord. Yeah, it was literally a game. Yeah, it was literally a game I bought because of Kershey because it was fun, you know. But you see, the thing is that's not even the most egregious part of this to me. The most egregious part of all of this to me is actually the fact that is because of this. The thing is, it's like this: the complete not wanting to admit fault, and then making it worse and worse while crying victim. Because this is an article on Substack that was written entirely because well all the articles that are mean against Kershey got knocked off Vice because well journalistic integrity and lies. Not to mention Kershey's been doxxed twice now. We're not showing those because well I respect other VTubers enough not to give their locations. I'm going to be blunt. Crime Boss didn't drop you because of a Vice article from a couple of weeks ago, nor did they drop you because of a viral clip or two. It's your actions and your repeated actions that are landing you in trouble, and is why you had issue with Offkai. It's why I decided to report on you. Offkai was actually because of one moderator. Literally, it was because of one admin that had issues with Kershey. The other ones didn't care. And it was because it was somebody that was one of those BI type activists. It was a trackstivist. It was somebody that basically was just a greasy nobody. It's the same people that banned me from Instagram, by the way. There's a reason I keep telling people I'm the original trans Nazi because that's what I was called for a very long time. Even after I was doxxed and people found out that I was on the hormones. Wore dresses and stuff in real life. But, then it became, well, why do you act this way? Well, I act this way because I see the problems in the community and I've been calling out the community since I started. I have problems with the community because we don't have a strong enough voice to say things that we need to be saying. Instead, we're whining and crying or making everybody else the bad guy. Oh, and these link to actual places. On Blue Sky, of all places. So this one I said, Gershie said, these people want me broken dead, and her fans have been telling me to kill myself all weekend, so I left her a response. Literally drumming up the thing on another platform is something that isn't really journalistically, smart. Just to let you know that. They're drumming up things. Don't worry, I'll disclose any future coverage that I sent you this tweet. Please tell me your best line of contact for any future requests for comment. P.S. I kindly ask you, do not show my dead name on any of your streams or YouTube videos again out of common courtesy. Bitch, I guarantee you would be the first person to show my dead name. I'm using my editor's email. Not really. Yeah, I don't care. No way. I'm just trying to keep stuff. Okay. Yeah, I only subscribed so it didn't show something. Because it would have showed 2 email addresses down there. And one of them's my personal one, and I don't want y'all using it. Incredibly professional response to be so absolutely feral of hate. And his boss's advice also stood on the business end. In a letter article published by Dwayne Jenkins, made their stance unequivocally Vice Waypoints stands with an event. I just want you to know this exists. I'm not going through it yet. But again, it's a fluff piece. It is all just one-sided. That's pretty much it. Actually, let's go through it. Fuck it. Got to fluff out that stream number anyway. This is from archive.today because while the original was taken down, Waypoint stands with anti-violence. It is time to definitely stand on business and say that what's happening to Waypoint's own anti-violence is utterly unacceptable. Oh my god. She's being harassed. She's being harassed. Harassed people. Harassed. Often when faced with an immense amount of hatred, it's easy to cower, capitulate, blah 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 blah. Trigger warning for post celebrating and advocating for my suicide, the death and subjugation of marginalized people. Look at this. It is literally just, oh god. And it even circle links back over to the, so dumb. So dumb. And all their advice caved and eventually deleted Anna's initial articles, much to the praise of some VTubing fans. But I'm getting ahead of myself. This wasn't seen as a bit, seen as a bit admirable. So, lie about a VTuber, then get upset that the lines get took down. However, this didn't stop the constant onslaught of tweets and harassment that sent Anna's way. It reached the breaking point on May 15th, meaning that all of this had taken place over the span of 50-ish days, when Anna posted onto her Blue Sky that she's taken an indefinite leave from Blue Sky. Which, by the way, she broke. She's on Blue Sky, and I know she's got alts on X. We all have alts on X. You want to know who didn't do anything to say, yeah, we don't fucking support this? Gamer Subs. The energy drink company has a lot of big names in the indie VTubing space under its belt as partial owners. Neither the company nor have any of its partial owners spoken out of this, except for Rim Penrose, another big indie VTuber who publicly cut ties with the company via her Twitter for association with creators whose views strongly conflict with my own. But it doesn't outright explicitly say Kershaw. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Why would gamer subs be involved? Oh yeah, because you want gamer subs to drop Kershaw. That's about it, right? That is what that entire thing is for. It's for you to have them drop Kershaw, because that's what you want. And this is just a tweet from Ren John VTuber Penrose. Due to the recent association with creators whose views I strongly conflict with my own, as well as the lack of communication from the company on this issue, I have chosen to end my affiliation with GamerSubs effective immediately. Thank you for your support. That is about as bog standard as that I end my affiliation with somebody. Letter you could ever make. Seriously, I go on rants and I have commercial breaks in progress. What the fuck? We're going to sit here and wait because I can't change my commercial settings. La 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 la. If you're. Hi, welcome back. I'm Jackie. And I'm only saying that because, well, apparently, I have no control over the commercials. I'm sorry, and I have no idea when it started. I'm sorry, but basically, all of this is just trying to get gamer subs to step in and drop Kershaw. Gamer subs who, by the way, haven't even disowned Cinder. Gamer subs who makes an okay product. That's right, gamer subs. If you'd fucking sponsor me, I would be happy. But, whatever. I just want you to know, yeah, this is about as bog standard as you get as a disaffiliation link with. Now, since Ren didn't name anyone specifically, it is left entirely up to the imagination as to who she's referring to. Well, I can guess who you're imaginating. She could be referring to the foxy fucker Kershey. Oh yeah, that would be why you put her up front. Or she could be referring to another one of GamerSub's partial owners, Cinder. Possibly, who has been accused of mistreating her now former model artist and sabotaging other VTubers, many of whom were her colleagues. Well, some of us are kind of bitchy. You ain't seen me when I don't have my coffee in the morning, have you? I'm not always a happy-go-lucky person. I've been working on that, though. God, I want some chicken. Other than that, Ren, not a single one of GamerSub's partial owners have come out against Kershey. And neither has the company. They've sat down and twiddled their fingers, doing nothing of note. In fact, the only thing that the company has done is relating to this to take away her Twitter badge. Their partial owners all have badges on Twitter to show their sponsorship ownership in the company, which, according to her, was done at her request. Yeah, but here's the thing. This is again what I'm saying. Rin didn't say Kershaw. Rin did not put the crazy fox lady's name in her tweet. She left. You said that in the previous one, and then you're alluding that it's Kershaw. Until Rin says otherwise, I'm not going to sit here and draw conclusions, It's not what we do here. It's not efficacy in journalism, not opinion slop, which is about all that is, right? That's it. Yeah, you just want you just want to hurt Kershaw because Kersha didn't get all that bad beat up from Anna Valens and Navarra. You know? Now, if I address gamer subs for just a moment and send a quick message, it's on YouTube. You are cowards, not even offering a statement about this and kicking this Nazi to the curb by sitting by and letting this play out for Kershaw while she and her batshit insane fans bullied a journalist off the internet for calling her out on her bigoted, racist, Nazi-loving bullshit. Cowards, every single one of you. All of you would be ashamed for, or should be ashamed for yourself. Dear fucking God! How much virtual or virtue signaling do you think you could fit into a simple sentence? Hey, hey, how much virtue signaling do you think I could fit into a blah, 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 blah. That's all I got to say to that. Like, God freaking dang, Matt. Did I mention I'm a bit crazy? But I'm not that crazy. So, yeah, that's technically liable. But, you know, that word, the N word over here, the Nazi word, is so overused that it's lost all meaning. Now, let me zoom out and address it. And again, this is just telling gamer subs that they should be kicking Kershaw to the curb, even though gamer subs doesn't really get involved that much with the streamers process. It is why they should support me. Please, gamer subs, please. Now let me zoom out and address the bigger problem here. What appears to be complete radio silence on this issue by mainstream indie VTubers. Hi! Well, I'm not mainstream. I'm Jackie Stream because, well, Jackie does what Jackie wants to do, and I love everybody that shows up. If you're watching this, please like, follow, subscribe, whatever it is you gotta do. It helps me out immensely. I'm small. I don't make any money off this, believe it or not. Dirty little secret was I was supposed to be doing a spot stream today. But they can get over it. Also, gamer subs, seriously, sponsor me, gamer subs. In fact, hold on. Let me do something real quick. It's gonna take me a minute. I have to edit something real quick. Perfect. It is just terrible enough that people believe that I did that. Please, gamer subs, sponsor me. Now, if gamer subs just for a minute and send out a... And I actually do like gamer subs. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, chat. I actually like the flavors of gamer subs. I also like Alani Nu. I have an energy drink addiction. I'm sorry. I know you're very disappointed in me. Now let me zoom out and address the bigger problem here. What appears to be complete radio set. Oh yeah, I already read that. A, apathy. They don't care about what's happening and therefore feel no need to comment. Well, I've commented a lot on this, especially recently. No. It's more of we're burnt out, actually. More than anything else, it's literally that we are burnt out on this. Big time. Very burnt out. Extremely burnt out. So burnt out that I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. We. Oh, I lost a follower. Damn. It's because I'm doing the drama VTuber thing again. I have 6 channels though. I have 6 viewers on Twitch. Uh, that's pretty cool, I guess. Once sprouted bigoted and hateful remarks got though rightfully called out. Wait, hold on. No, I'm still up here at B. Sorry, acceptance. By not saying anything about this, they are accepting it and essentially giving it the A-OK. No, no, not really. Just really more of a burnout thing, you know? I mean, I've dealt with all of this shit on the internet before. I've been threatened to be raped constantly. I just take it and smile and go, yay, people hate me. I used to have a hate mail email address just for people to send me hate mail, dude. Seriously, gamer subs, get in contact with me. Let's take another VTubing controversy, for example. When it was revealed that was happening with Cinder, the entire community, as well as multiple other big indie VTubers, came out against her for valid reasons. And although I'm not going to touch this with a 10-foot pole, it's interesting to look at the different reactions with Kershey and Cinder. Could it be the fact that Cinder actually did something wrong and Kershey was attacked, and then all of your dirty little secrets started filtering out onto the internet while people were paying attention to you? You got the attention that you wanted, but then all of the dirty little secrets started coming out. My favorite being the jump cuts issue with Navarra, which is because, well, I don't speak so well. Yeah, I don't speak very well either. I just like keeping the tongue ties and the blisters up. I speak dyslexically. Obviously. But please, go on, keep attacking me. I am serious. One sprouted and bigoted, hateful remarks got rightfully called out and harassed the journalists who did so off the internet. Dead silence from the company backing her and other big indies because we read the articles and we seen what was going on. The other mistreated her model art and tried to screw over her friends and business partners. Again, dead silence from the company backing her, but this time the community as well as other VTubers called her out. Yeah, well, Gamer Subs is only in to make money. At the end of the day, that's what it is. Gamer Subs is there because they want to make money. What part of that do you not understand? What part of that do you not get? Like, I'm serious. Gamer Subs is only there to make money. And as long as they're making money, they're not going to have that much of a problem. You dig? Savvy? Understand? Where was that energy brought from when Kershey was being a shitty fucker? You're all willing to call out somebody for what they did wrong, but when the great replacement see again, a word's lost all meaning to me, is trying to harass a trans journalist off of the internet for calling her out on her racism radio silence? Yeah. Yeah, because you've repeated that same point multiple times because you're doing the effective thing of propaganda here. The more times you repeat a lie, the more true it becomes, right? Unless somebody has a critically thinking mind and is sitting here going, "You've said this multiple times in multiple different ways," and you're literally just repeating that same point. You're only producing evidence that makes you look good, but you're producing evidence from people that are kind of shitty. Not gonna fucking lie. And no, I'm not defending Kershaw. I have my issues with her community. I will be honest with you. However, I've been on her Discord several times and I've had fun with the people on her Discord. But, yeah. What was that energy brought from? And I mean, seriously, how many times are you going to say that word, that Nazi word? It doesn't make any sense. While yes, both actions are bad, they can't be equivocated. No, they're completely different. One deals with money and the other one deals with my fees. And yeah, no, I will constantly make it. Do not send death threats, people. Please do not send death threats. Sending death threats is not okay with me. I seem to have to do this anytime I talk about drama. Do not send death threats. That is not cool, Matt. Going back to my main point, the big indies need to expel the bigotry and the community at large. I'm sorry, what? It ain't my job to police other people's content. I mean, if I don't like something, I just don't follow it. I'm muted on X. Don't pay attention to it on YouTube and there is so much content in the world that you can find things. This will not be the last time something like this happens. And with one bad actor, Kershey, in this case, does something like this again, it reflects on the community at large. Action must be taken by not only by those with influence, but the community, the entire community, to expel Nazis and firmly say, no, thank you, get the out. Again, the Nazi word is not going to work. Y'all have used that to death. It's been used to death. It's legally dead, man. But yeah, no, I completely understand. We should kick people that lie about other people out of the community, or that cut videos into clips and stuff, so that their point's the only one that comes across out of the community. I completely agree with this. I'm so glad that you do too. And it gets worse. Since Anna decided to step away from the internet for a bit, the right-wing chuds found another target, a trans named Nara. She, like Anna, has been the subject of constant hate and harassment from right-wing chuds, with Asmongold, local fucking moron, leading the charge with dog shit like this. This is just fucking crazy. Hide your children. Again, I'm not gonna be mean to. I'm not gonna be super mean, but she does come across as a little bit of a suspicious person. There are some things that I really question about her. And this is coming from somebody that's kind of left on the political spectrum. I questioned her. I have issues with her. And I am a leftist training. Does this make sense to you? No? Okay. Not even gonna watch this. Or I'm not even gonna watch this, Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, that sounds about right for this kind of slop article. And no wonder the big influences raised a finger to defend her. It got so bad that Anna herself, whom could only assume was watching all this play out and fuming, decided to comment on it. Well, didn't she say she was taking an indefinite step away? I guess she didn't. After calling out journalists saying that they abdicted their responsibility to protect people like Nayara, she said that she's ashamed of her possession. She then implores queer journalists like Aaron Reed and Alejandra Carbello, for example, to cover the story with her saying the risk factor is getting higher for the queer community, which I totally agree with. She also said that there may have been or not have been a conflict of interest. She would have to write the whole damn thing herself. Oh, if there not have been a conflict of interest, you mean these two may have been working together at the very beginning of this? Huh. Interesting, interesting, interesting. You don't fucking say. God, I love my ad breaks. Thank you guys for dealing with another ad break. I am Jackie, and that was an ad break. What the fuck it was an ad break? I don't know, but thank you for the people watching. I love you all. I fucking mean it. Anyways, this whole damn thing about Navarra can be struck down into, well, yeah. Yeah, no. What made her get popular and noticed was when she went on Mama Akko's stream and could not defend her talking points. Could not effectively debate. I repeat, could not effectively debate. That's when I first noticed her. And I followed her a little bit to try to catch and see what was going on here. But I'm not even really sure what's going on with her. I don't understand some of the things she said, and I don't know if it's a language barrier or what, but she excuses some of it with the simplest bullshit answer of, well, I do jump cuts because I don't speak properly, and I don't know what I cut out of these videos. That sounds like my excuse from 10 years ago when I didn't know how to edit. I still don't know how to edit. We're not going there. Oh, by the way, when there's a -A on her Blue Sky account, that means it is from her. Right? That's what that means. It's from her. Now that I'm out of the combo, Navarra is facing extreme harassment from right wingers. Yet no journalists for major VTubers are speaking out for her. The community, or the reality we face now, trans VTubers run out of the space while these people look on in silence. Oh my god. Fuck. Akko thinks she only accepted the invite because she thought Akko was trans too. Yeah, no, I've heard that several times. And I'll be honest with you, I am a tranny, and I don't think I would go on any stream willingly with some of these people. But I'm upfront about it. But the -A is supposedly Anna. Although I have my theory on that. I actually believe that she lies about an editor or a friend using it so that she doesn't face as much backlash. What happened with VTubing? What happened with journalism? Can I expand these? Don't cover me. I can live with that. But Navarre's immediate and critical support. This kind of fucks up a person's life. Doubly so if they're a woman. Triply if it's a trans woman. Yeah, okay. Where the fuck was all this support when I was getting trashed, huh? Oh yeah, it's the people that you people hate that actually stood up for me. Right? When I was getting attacked constantly, not even 3 years ago. Do you know who the people that stood up for me was? The people that you're complaining about. And it's not that I'm some token trans. They let me have my own voice and my own opinions. They know that I don't agree with them. I don't care. They were the ones that had my back when nobody else did. They're the people that talked me out of suicide. Twice. Yet every time I come on the internet, every time I look at Twitter, you're attacking the same people that I know aren't what you're making them out to be. And that just makes makes it worse for us in the long run. And they just want to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And then eventually that day comes when there's nobody there. It feels to me like everyone has to abdict its responsibility to protect people like Nirvana. Even though the biggest Twitch streamer is fucking railing on her. I'm actually ashamed of my profession right now. She deserves better. P.S. I know this conversation are happening behind the scenes, that people are aware and have opinions, but this harassment campaign receiving zero pushback, and Navarro is just speaking on her behalf of trans people, and trans rights. Fucking nuts. Yeah, no, no. I've watched Navarro's videos. I'll be honest with you. I have a hard time getting through most of them because it's literally, as a trans person, I believe that trans rights, children trans. It's the same five things over and over and over again. If I wanted that, I'd go talk to our modeler. I'd go get her highly upset and then talk to her. We seriously need some eyeballs on the story, as the risk factor is getting higher for queer. Just screaming, hey, look into this, look into this. And nobody wants to because everybody knows that it's toxic right now. I really shouldn't even be on here. It's awful how all the people who know and can do something to speak out have abdicated responsibility. So I have come on here to tweet again to help Navarre. And like, holy shit, dude, I'm so disappointed with how all of this has been unhandled. Along with the, and again, this is cherry picked examples of things going on. Along with the above screenshots, they show the main problem. Firstly, Anna is 100% correct here. Not really. She shouldn't have to come on the Blue Sky twice to say something about the harassment happening with Nar. She didn't have to at all. It's not her problem. Secondly, the fact that this has happened not with just Anna herself, but now with Nara, shows apathy among influential cis people. Influential VTubers in this case are not accepting an okay of the harassment. Look, again, I'm not okay with the death threats. I am okay with somebody disagreeing with your opinions. I am very okay with people disagreeing with your opinions. And I know you like to say that you're talking from a medical standpoint. You're talking about this medical journal that I've read through, and quite honestly, some of the studies in it are a little bit outdated. And I understand that you're a trans activist trying to protect the trans kids or whatever. But the way you go about saying things, Navarre, is what the problem is with you specifically. There's a lot of people that think you're a pedophile. And no, I'm not supposed to say PDF file on YouTube and Twitter and Twitch and all the other places I'm at. But I'm going to be honest with you, the way that you go about saying things, a lot of people view as a risk. Beyond that, when you do a video on people, you tend to jump cut a lot. You jump cut so bad that the videos even pop. And I get it that you have a hard time with the grasp of the English language. I also can have a hard time with a grasp of the English language. Anybody that's ever talked to me in a stream chat knows this. I am not the greatest person to be talking to live. I stutter step, I speak over myself, I bite my tongue. Quite constantly, believe it or not. And it doesn't get much better or worse, I'll be honest with you. But you're being attacked because of the things you said. Because you decided to do things that got you thrown up on the spotlight because you touched the poo. Never touch the poo. Do you understand now? And again, goes on to report the whole thing. Getting harassed by two right wing losers. I guess you can add the fact that, I'm the one that used clips to discuss Navarre because I literally could not stand to go back through her video because I got tired of trans children every 5 minutes. And trust me, you think your puberty sucked? Try being forced through puberty. It sucked. Try having the medical history I have. Try being constantly sick to the point that you barely maintain jobs. It sucks. But I don't do the whole pity parade anymore because fuck you. Radio fucking silence. I will end this in closing. The entire VTubing community, especially the indies, are acting incredibly cowardly. When it comes to Anna and Navara, the indies who have influence aren't stepping up and calling out the hateful bigotry these two are receiving. Is it because maybe the big indies are tired of the constant drama llama that people like that have brought up? It has nothing to do with the fact that, maybe it's they're too busy tending to their own flock, their own herd, their own craziness here. And I mean, I have my own shit going on. I have my own streams going on. I have my own people I have to deal with. I have artists I deal with. I have modelers I deal with. I have gamers I deal with. I have a lot of things going on. That burnt so good. I mean, I have a life outside of this place. And I'll be honest with you, my life outside of this, while I'm pain and coughing a lot, while I'm having to deal with a lot of hurt pain because I didn't exactly have the greatest childhood in the world. The entire VTubing community does not need to back up two trans ladies. It starts to call into question a lot of their audience and stuff like that. I'll be honest with you. It really does. I cannot. The entire Big Indies rose up in anger against Cinder, but have so much uttered a peep about this vile and disgusting harassment campaign that these two are experiencing. Yeah, again, you need to take some time and do a personal weather check before you read an article. The moment you called somebody a Nazi, the moment you started referring to a very vague tweet as the person that this article is against, is the moment that I stopped caring what you had to say. And it's the same thing that I have a problem with a lot of people is the moment they start doing this, or they start citing sources I know that are unreliable, I just don't care. It's so bad. I came into this actually open minded. I tried to anyway. But it doesn't help, you know? I cannot stress this enough. The fact that the entire community. Yeah, I've read that part. It reeks of complacency and cowardness in the community where needs to be stronger pushback against this because, like I said, this will not be the last time this happens. And if the Indians don't show up to push back against this, there might be much more grave consequences. No, it's funny you say that, but again, I don't have a problem with trans people. I am a trans people, and it's funny to me. Like, oh shit, that's hitting a little harder than I expected it to. Fuck. Um, and it's just funny to me because like I'm sitting here and I'm reading this, and yeah, you're busy screaming it's cowardice. You're screaming like a child. You're posting irreliable sources. I mean, I've dug into both sides of this conflict, and it's just getting worse and worse. Yeah, absolutely. If I remembered how to log into Blue Sky, I totally fucking would. But yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, what am I? I'm just some dumb idiot, right? That's all I am. Some dumb idiot. Tossed on the internet. VTuber, and I'm covering this. I've been covering this. Come on. Cool. I'm just gonna sum up my point really quickly because, like, I have no idea when my microphone cut out. It does that sometimes, believe it or not. I have issues with it. So, basically, this community doesn't owe you shit. I don't expect anything. I don't expect people to back me up when shit goes awry for me. You know? I know a lot of these activists and stuff think that, they have this unlimited support chain, and they really don't. The only community I stand for are the people that, I know personally. The people that view me and stuff, that's cool. We have another freaking ad. I hate this. I hate this so much, cat. You guys have no idea how much or how annoying ads are. When you're a streamer and you have to do it. Give me money so I can count or so I can start not caring about ads. That seems like it would be a great thing to do, right? Not caring about ads. God, I miss the days I didn't care about ads. I'm back! Yay! Freaking ads! Fucking hate them! But basically, they're saying that the big streamers have big microphones and we need to push back against them. Because you're not getting what you want out of this. You're getting people like me that are critiquing what you have to write. Not to mind the fact that I am completely ignoring all the spelling and grammar errors that this thing has had. Every bit of it. But hey, it got me onto doing a sponsored stream for a game that's basically Clash of Clans. So, I'm not gonna complain too much. Let's see what the comments section has to say. Slime, Kershey was the victim here. She was the one who harassed first. True. She rightfully made Vice take down their libelous shit. True. And she is the victim here. Yep. And no amount of crowding that bigotry will fix that. You claim Kershey is the victim blaming while doing it throughout the article. Yep. This guy knows. I'm liking this. Substack. Exactly. And the asshole, she goose-stepping fan base comes to cry about how she's the victim. Articles were written because she's a racist, transphobic, bigoted cunt. Nope. If anything, the old saying says, I can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. If you're going to call somebody, or call a bunch of women who do sexual content names, but hypothetically get mad when somebody points out how much of a twisted individual you are, don't waste a dying website's time writing yellow media. Also, don't put vibrators on your body playing Fall Guys. I mean, seriously, what the actual fuck? I forgot about that. That's some peak internet humor right there. Let me tell you. Taping vibrators to you that go off when you're touched by other guys in Fall Guys. A children's game. And Valence is a lying, dishonored predator. What's your point here? I'm not even here to defend Kershit, as she did a good enough job herself. Oh, absolutely. And I don't necessarily disagree. She's kind of a shitty person on her best day. She's kind of shitty sometimes, yeah. But she's also a victim of someone other lack of integrity and their sickness. Hmm? We have error here again. It's not harassment to be called out for shitty, harmful takes. That's a consequence of your actions. It is like idiots crying out, losing their job over making racist comments like, whatever happened to freedom of speech? It's not freedom of consequences from society. It just means your government can't retaliate you for speaking against them. Well, here's the thing. I don't represent my work when I'm not at work. Whether you believe that or not, I don't actually represent my work when I'm at work, or while I'm not at work. I am a completely separate person from when I'm at work. But a lot of the people that were complaining about losing their jobs and stuff like that were also losing their bank accounts. Funny. Also, Valor could sue Anna Valens. It is disingenuous as fuck from the beginning to the end. Anna Valens is quite literally started this whole thing by griefing and slandering women in a niche indie group, possible rejecting them from their business. Followed up by Kershey's commentary on said events. Anna, after being unbiased journalist with professional integrity and never just writing articles for the money, attention, and personal beef, proceeded to then write an article on Kershey for the money, attention, and personal beef twice. The mess that followed was a mess of various creators realizing animal violence is a disingenuous cryboy and getting props from those likes of Taylor Lorenz and Alicia Merchante don't exactly help their case to prove anything about but being a crybaby. Another shouldn't have got involved. They touched the shit. They touched the poo. And now people will know who they really are. That was on them, and hopefully they learned something from this. Maybe even recover. And if violence can get fucked though. But that's pretty much it. That's the whole thing. The whole drama piece that this person claims to be or claims to be talking about the problems here. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there is transphobia exists. I've dealt with it. It's not as rampant as some people make it out to be, but it's dumb. You have any idea how dumb some of this is? And this is just one person complaining about something that they're not even involved in. This is one person whining. Whining. And let me remind you, this is their body of work, you know. This is not my typical body of work, but you have things like Sarah McBride is a coward. The HHS is trying to take HRT from trans people. A lot of your writing is very much that. You frame things in your titles that shows that it's the same thing. But congratulations on having 100 subscribers, you know? And people actually paying for your shit rag. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. Seriously. You make me happy. Give me something to talk about. You know, other than what I normally talk about, which is video games. And how stupid some people are. Mostly me, I'm very stupid. But yeah. And it really doesn't help that one of the persons in this particular controversy called themselves PCOD, which is literally calling yourself a child molester. But hey, what the fuck do I know? I'm just some idiot on the internet. Some dumb person on the internet. And I think in many ways, me being the dumb person on the internet, why will you not open the way I want you to open? In many ways, thanks. And this is actually some tweets. What are you even talking? This is bent. We abandoning Nara now too, since she's getting all heat, or is she clean enough profession to be worth standing for? Why do you tweet? She go back to writing fan fiction in private instead of sharing their. Yeah, no, it's just all dumb, man. It's 100% dumb. And it will always be 100% dumb. Yeah, I don't care. Also, huge thanks to acvalens.net and anyone who spoke up as well. I have been trying to move on from all this, but it's too difficult to just let it go. Asmund, Tectone, pushing trans person equal groomer lies without so much as a painful, not gonna lie. My god. My god. My goob. I will never be a man. If you say so. Let's see. Oh, we have updates here. Oh my god. Starting with. Shut up. I mean, they called you a hoe first. This is my favorite picture of all time. Because she's literally doing this update because Kershaw showed her nails. I'm not fucking kidding. That is all this is because Kershaw showed her nails. And I'm not doubting it. Those don't look bad. They're cool. See, I'm not even going to be mean about that. Even though I know exactly why she did it. Please donate to my Ko-Fi so I can afford professional voice lessons again. So this guy can goon to my voice. You know what, people out there in Jackie Land? I don't know what I sound like. Do I sound like a girl? I've been told I sound a little bit flinty. Transphobes are so pathetic. Shut up, ho. Sorry, I meant dude. Come on, the old bait and switch routine. Damn. I will never be a man. Yeah, me neither, man. It's okay. I don't hate you because you're trans. I hate you for saying stuff like this. Acknowledging the existence of trans kids, wanting them to have access to healthcare, and not being bullied for being trans isn't grooming. I'm more than happy to educate you on trans. I remember a time when you heard out the other side. Just stay away from kids. Everybody hates this bitch. Create drama. Not throw shit at someone else. It's pretty much it. Right? It's pretty much the whole fucking thing. It's the fact that you take people out of context, too. You're just as bad as anybody else discovered you doing it. I think claiming that I've launched a massive cancel campaign against Kershaw, when in reality Rev wanted VTubers to cancel me twice and Kershaw is boosting it, is incredibly ingenious. All I did was hold creators accountable for pushing trans talking points. See, this is what I'm talking about. Forcing kids to wait till 18 is a bad thing. I get it. Leave kids alone. No. These two pictures right here that you made yourself don't exactly help any of your cases. This YouTuber repeatedly shared their desire to groom children. They even think that children can consent to life-altering decisions. So, where's the backlash from VTubers? Sadly, these activists are so afraid of not being politically correct, they will support groomers like this. Yeah, pretty much. Here's the thing. It has been proven several times that you can groom a child into doing stuff that is bad. Now, that's basic psychology, something that you should know. But I'm honestly out to here on the trans kids debate because, well, I went through forced puberty. You know what forced puberty is like? It is hell. There you go. Unblocked you. Want to have a debate with me, Kershaw? And to this person, they already had me blocked. Oh. Lamau. It's realized that most trans activists are males are ideologues. Notice it says trans activists. I'm not really a trans activist. Identity and shield to prevent all of them power hungry threats and graphic murder fantasies make a lot more sense. No. I made a post criticizing groomers who target vulnerable minors trying to crack their egg, trying to convince confused children they are trans. And this freak made a light up while trying to justify the nonsense of claiming they were also groomed. Please reject this. Yeah, you're really not helping yourself there, bub. Anyways, in case y'all didn't hear, that was my phone. I gotta go make a phone call. I gotta go be a person in real life instead of being Jackie of the internet. So, fuck you, love you, bye.